Do you have anything you like to share to people that is you feel that people should? Because we've talked about a lot of things, but do you have other things that you wish people could know? Like it's unconventional, and people should just take notes about that, and
Okay, so let me
or
speak.
some things you don't agree
Yeah,
with.
okay, so let me just speak to brain drain,
Okay.
as it were. And this is just me speaking to Nigerians. I had the opportunity to leave this country.
Okay.
I think I shared it with you last time
Yeah.
that we were together. And I'm not going to say that there's anything wrong with any other country, but I would just say that all the countries that you want to go to were countries that were built. There's no country today that, if you read their history, did not have challenges. Everybody is running to China today. In fact, all the car dealers in Abuja, at a point, they're almost hitting themselves in China. Everybody is running to China
The
today.
Yeri Igbo.
China used to have the highest level of corruption in the world. It was so bad that they began to hang their leaders. It was so bad. Why am I saying this? Look at France. Look at France today, right? There was the French Revolution, whereby what caused the French Revolution was bread. People could not afford to buy bread. So like every country has had their issues. I said it earlier before, the US was also colonized by the UK. Every of all these countries that we are running to, they were built by people inside. Nobody's going to come from outside to build your country for you. And I want us to just start loving the country intentionally. I know that yes, they tell you that opportunities. I'm going to tell you why, right? But let's just start loving the country. Be your brother's keeper. In our conversation during the home fellowship on Sunday, we're talking about abuse.
Okay.
Right, and I'll share with them that's domestic abuse among husband and wife, and I'll share with them that one of the reasons why abuse thrives is because we are not our brother's keeper. Many of the people who abuse other people, especially if it's a man abusing the wife, many times you see that the man will separate her from her friends. There are cases where the men will literally break her phone, buy her a new phone, just to disconnect her from the outside world. And I was telling them that if we are our brother's keepers, those things won't happen. Why? Because you have not spoken to Chidima for 6 months. And you just don't know that since Chidima married, I've not spoken to her. Your first reaction should not be, is it because she has married? Is she the first person to marry? I mean, aura for aura, if you don't greet me, I don't go greet you. It should be, I hope she's okay. Let me put out a call. Sometimes you put out a call and then maybe from the person's voice you can know that something is wrong. Or maybe you put out a call, it doesn't go, you call your friend, have you spoken? Then everybody start looking for Chidima. Then you might not just realize that Chidima is going through a lot. And everybody was thinking, she has married because we are not married. So first of all, let's be our brother's keepers. If something is going wrong, as a country, let's get to that place where we are our brother's keepers. Now, let me tell you something that you don't know. Is, when we talk about brain drain, right from when I did my BSc, brain drain was a big topic in political science and international relations. It has been on for the longest time. I met somebody who said he left Nigeria in 1998. It's not today that people started jackpotting. It's just because it has become so prevalent, because of a lot of the crises of as a nation. So let me tell you something that you don't know. When you leave Nigeria, and I'm not saying this as let me just say, I'm not saying this to 100% of the people. It's not the case 100% of the time, but at least 90%. If you leave Nigeria and you go in search of greener pastures to the US, to the UK, and all the other countries that we run to, if you really check it, you are trading something. Those guys don't love you so much that they want to give you a safe haven. You are trading something. One of the things that you are trading is your time. Those environments are so fast-paced. And the fast-paced nature of it is not even that maybe you're in the office. Many of the times you see people leave this country, right? All the ideas that they have, when they get abroad, they just forget it. Then they start struggling. You see somebody who was a PhD holder. What it means to be a PhD holder is that you're a doctor of philosophy. It means that in your field, if they count people that can think, you are number one, number two, or number three. They leave all those things, go there, and they start doing menial jobs. They start lifting weights. Carrying load and all those things. The money is good as compared to what your brother is earning in Nigeria, but eventually you will see that all those things that you wanted to achieve. I'm not speaking to people that don't have dreams. Because if you don't have dreams, you just realize that I just want to be eating and live my life. It's fine. But for those of us that have dreams
and skills,
and
skills, right?
Yes, for those of us that have dreams for a better world, and you have skills that you can use to make Nigeria a better place, I'm begging you, stay back. Let's build this country together. The more we live, the more sensible people live, the more intelligent people live, the more we leave the country in the hands of every other person who might not be meaning well. I've not done a lot of research, but there's currently some information that suggests that Fulanis are not from Nigeria.
Nigeria, right?
Yes, they are, and these are a large portion of our population today. So we are leaving the country in the hands of people who are not even Nigerians. So let us, if you
are not equipped.
Yes.
Those people who are living there, they are not equipped, they are not capacitated.
Yeah, they don't have what it takes to build the country. Let's love this country, guys. It's our country. It's our mother home. It's our motherland. No matter how much of accent you start to speak and all of those things, at the end of the day, the Nigeria blood runs through your veins.
Sure.
So let's do, even for people who maybe because of career they have to leave, it's understandable. I'm not saying if your job is saying go on cross-posting and all of those things, but have it at the back of your mind that there's a home that I have left. And somebody's put it this way: even if your whole family, your whole nuclear family leaves, you have uncles here, you have aunties here, you have school, you have friends here, people that you went to school with together. Are you damning them? Damn them.
Those who built you.
Those who built you. Your teachers in school, they have children now that are in Nigeria.
Actually.
So let's just stay back and contribute. Especially, I'm passionate about people who have things to contribute. You have an idea. How many of us are really executing ideas there? How many of us are living here to go and start up companies there, start up NGOs there? So let's stay back and just do the little that we can do. Posterity will judge. And I like to think that in the next 50 years, 70 years, when my name is mentioned, they will say, this is just, even if it's just one road. Do you understand? There's the road in my village. Every time we pass them, my dad would call the name of the person that organized people to grade it, and they did bombs. Just local bombs. Even if it's just something so small, just leave your mark on this country.
Leave your mark on this country. This is a very an expensive idea. An expensive charge, to be honest with you. It is very, very important. And this one now has 3 bullets. Those people will want jack back. So just collect your bullets, hold it. And for those two who have gone, I think it's okay to come and invest back in your country.
Yes, if you have gone, you're doing so well.
You've learned a lot of things. You've acquired a lot of lessons.
People are investing. Look at Dangote, for example.
That man is really contributing to Nigeria, even to the economy of Nigeria.
That's just one person.
That's just one soul.
So guys, there's a lot of work to be done here, and it's not anybody's work. It is our work.
It is our work.
So let's come together and do the most that we can do, and then just take a bow when our time is done. So that's my only
balls. That is a whole lot. That's a whole lot. To be honest with you, that is a whole lot. Why did you go into politics in the first place? Political science.
Let me just be very truthful.
And do you have answer it with? Do you have plans to?
Okay, let me just be truthful. Let me not lie, because there's no need to lie. I studied political science because I felt like that was the easiest thing I could do. I'm not lying. When I said I'm not going to lie. When I was in school,
That won't stress your
yes,
life.
when I was in school, a lot of people, especially when I was in junior secondary school, why don't you go into engineering and all those things? I struggled with calculation so much. It's by the grace of God. Why I believe that God exists is because I did not fail my WAEC.
Wow.
Because I didn't fail maths in WAEC.
WAEC.
That's my
Like,
confidence
confidence
that
that-
God exists.
Woo!
Because God came through for me. I think my WAEC, my maths was C6. Or C.
sharp.
Like, God just said no.
No.
You know, right again. You know, so I'm saying, one of the reasons why I went even to art class in the first place. Personally, I would have loved to become a computer engineer. I love computers, even up until now. You know, I know my way around a computer because I used to play PC games before I bought my console.
Okay.
If you're a gamer, you're a PC gamer, you will know your way, both hardware, software. You know, that was my passion. But I couldn't do that because I was failing. And I know how to tell myself the truth. All my guys, all my friends from secondary school, junior secondary school, are all in science class. All.
Wow.
Right?
All of them.
All of them. All of my friends, my guys, they're all in science class. But you have to advise yourself.
Actually.
I advised myself, and then I came to art class. And then when I got to art, I started interacting with government, literature. There was the conversation, do you want to do law? Even up until now, there's a lot of pressure for me to still do law.
Law.
Yeah, people are
Are you in a way interested?
I'm still,
Understanding laws,
yeah.
constitutional rights, and
It's very, very interesting. You know, my sister is a lawyer.
yeah, okay, yeah.
So and like a lot of people, they see a lot of pressure to do law, but I just somehow found political science.
Interesting.
And it sounded so interesting.
and
You
exceptional.
know, they are different. Not everybody.
And
you don't
it
hear people
builds
say.
your mind, your intelligence.
Yeah, some
and
people
then-
going to get to what happens to you when you study political science. So I ended up picking political science. I picked political science and psychology. Psychology was my second choice, but I didn't do biology or something. There was something I was supposed to do if I wanted to do psychology. I didn't do it, so they just gave me political science. I can never forget my first class, PS 101. The lecturer was speaking. He said, in politics, there's no permanent friend or permanent enemy. There's only permanent interest. I said, this is what we came here for.
Wow.
You know, that was class one. And when you study political science, what it does to you is that you don't think conventionally anymore. Understanding that there are no permanent friends or permanent enemies alone is a lot.
To be honest.
Yes, is a lot. For you to be like, these people that are fighting today, tomorrow, and we see it play out now.
Yeah.
For you to understand that these people that are fighting today, tomorrow, they can be swimming together and eating together. You know. And so it just begins to work on your mind, and you begin to search for truth. Because political science exposes a lot. It was when I was studying political science that I understood that it is intentional that history is missing from our curriculum at secondary school level. It's an intentional effort from the West.
Oh.
Yes. There's a movie, The Roots. This Kunta Kinte, for those people that have watched it, the very first one. And I would say the one that is the most, let me just say the most authentic. As at when I was in 200 level, the movie was everywhere. It used to be in discs when I was growing up. I watched it as a child, and then we were taking a course on slave trade in 200 level international relations. And then I went to go and look for the movie on YouTube, easily accessible. As at when I was doing my master's, somebody who was doing that particular course in 200 level reached out to me. I was like, it's on YouTube now. He said they've searched everywhere. I said, I searched on YouTube. And then I saw that it was no longer there.
Oh.
It is intentional that we don't know our history in this country. And I always encourage people, go and read. I don't just get why people are so lazy for information that concerns them. It troubles me when I don't know something. You know, just like something is happening in your father's house and you're not aware. You should be troubled. Go and read, search for history. There are people who have written books on history. You know,
Yeah, there are vloggers online
Yeah.
who teach about
did
history.
you get
their
people,
videos.
for some reason they have. When I was in primary school, I did history, But now I heard that it's no longer. They teach Mary
I've
Slessor.
never done history in my
Now
life.
they teach Mary Slessor and all this. Okay, Mary
So it
Slessor
wasn't
still
even an
helps
option.
even in the killing of twins in Calabar. But they teach, Landa brothers, Wright brothers. They don't
like current
teach
affairs.
Yes, yeah, It's like ancient current affairs. They don't teach our history. It is deliberate because nobody reads Nigeria history and comes out the same. You will be angry. You will be angry. Nobody reads Nigerian history and comes out the same. So one of the things that happened to me when I started studying political science was that I started understanding even our political climate. That was when it dawned on me that our first step in the right direction in this country politically will be when we just realize that this democracy is not working. It's not working. Democracy is a game of numbers. How can you be playing a game of numbers to win, that's to rule your country, whereby the people who have the numbers don't even have the facilities in terms of intellect to make informed decisions? So how can you now say you're playing a game of numbers?
Seriously
You
speaking.
get what I'm saying? So when you start studying political science, your head starts to expand. And then when I was going for my master's degree, and I started to do international relations, that combination just made me restless. Sometimes you are just sleeping and you just wake up and just start thinking like, God,
Thinking a lot of
you are not supposed to be here by now. If you look at look at industrialization, countries that made anything for themselves, they didn't have half of what we have now.
yes. No resources in Dubai now. They only have sand. No natural resources.
So with all that we have, and if you ask me, I'll tell you that Traore, or what's that his name now,
Actually.
is a student of history.
To be honest, I will.
If you ask me, I will tell you for free that it shows.
Yes, his approach.
Yes, it
to
shows.
leadership shows that this person is sound
He understands history.
in history.
So one of the things that political science will also do is just to get you interested in history. For people some people are doing political science because they applied for something and they didn't get and all that. But for me, I've always been of the opinion that whatever is worth doing is worth doing well. So as I cannot do engineering and do computer, and
Let me
solve
put my
math,
passion.
this political science.
You cannot beat me in it.
No. So yeah,
That's partially. That's very. The international relations. How does it come in? Is it just study about countries, continents, and
yeah, so
how
the interesting thing is that people say the world is a global village now, but somebody made a statement, an ex-governor of I think it's Edo State, I've forgotten his name now. He said the world is no longer a global village, it's now a global sitting room. What are the characteristics of a sitting room? When you are sitting in a sitting room, you can see what the other person is doing. As I'm sitting here now, if I go online, I can see what somebody who decides to go live on their phone is doing. Right? What are the characteristics?
You're already in their space.
Yes, you are already, everybody's in everybody's space. So if that is the case, then we need to understand, because we don't relate on a political level now, it's now at an international level. Do you understand? So we now have laws. So there are now conversations around soft power. So when I wanted to do my master's, I decided I was going to do foreign policy in my master's thesis. But then in one of the courses taught by Dr. Udo, I just came across soft power. The thing scattered my head. If anybody that was in my first presentation, my first master's thesis presentation, chapter 1 to 3, if they just watch this video now, they just start laughing. Soft power got me obsessed. Now let me explain soft power to you in a way that you understand. What you know about power is economic power, political power, military power, anything that has to do with some kind of force, right? Soft power is very subtle. Soft power uses culture, uses social media to influence people. So for example, if you look at movies now, especially American movies, anytime they want to depict the Middle East, there's a vibe. That if you just see this vibe, you will just know it's the Middle East. You hear, some kind of soundtrack, then everywhere is dusty, anytime all the terrorists are from the Middle East, it is intentional. So anytime you think, if US is going to war with the Middle East, by default, you just believe that the Middle East is wrong. Because over time, your mind has been engineered through so some people don't believe that there are beautiful places there. They don't believe that there's AC. All the things that have been shown to us about the Middle East is a rough place that breeds terrorists. Yes. Yeah. So all those things are, and soft power is something that world powers are now using actively. There's somebody the person that popularized the concept is known as Joseph Nye, Joseph Nye. You can look him up. Soft power. He spoke extensively about soft power, and if you read through his writings, it will just dawn on you that that's where the world is going to. You don't need to say, oh, this telecountry I will starve you. Just be feeding their citizens some kind of information. Subtly. Put it in your movies. I was telling somebody that my sister, and it's soft power that is going to, the country that wields the most soft power in the next 50 to 100 years is the country that will rule the world. And I was telling people that my sister has never been to South Korea before, but she speaks their English. She speaks their language thanks to Korean movies.
Wow.
She speaks it. My sister cannot eat indomie or pasta with fork now. She uses chopsticks.
She even practices.
Yes. She has been, colonized. Nobody comes to your country and invades it anymore. But she has been subtly, and there are a lot of them today. People that read manga, Japanese. No, those things you won't understand it now. Until much later, whereby any of all those countries want to go to war, and you just see yourself. Imagine somebody that has been watching Korean movies for a very long time sees herself in the seat of a president. And Korea is going to war with another country. By default.
That thing, subconsciously it will happen.
You just see yourself supporting Korea. So these are
power. It's a whole thing entirely.
So I encourage anybody, read about soft power, read about public
Joseph
diplomacy.
Kai.
Yes, I've written a couple of articles on soft power. Both some of them have been published in Nnamdi Azikiwe Journal of Political Science. Some of them have been published across different. Maybe I'll just put a link
please,
so that people can read. I've written some stuff about soft power. Public diplomacy.
It will even increase now. This world of social media, we are easily influenced by the power.
It's so easy. It's so easy. Nobody. All they need to do is just
songs. Do you
know that what you are doing now, all these things you are saying now, you're actually listing the tenets of soft power. Like culture, art, music, movies, those things. Before you know it,
triggers the brain. So definitely you are.
So those are some of the things that happen when you study.
Thank you for mentioning that. Seriously speaking, and I'm interested, to be honest with you. I think I will create a schedule that at least I will study something around political science, international relations. Do you understand? Sure. And then what I talked about the other time, these geopolitics too, because I'm interested in it lately, and it triggers.
Everybody should be interested.
So everybody, irrespective of your field,
because at the end of the day, your political leaders, whether you like it or not, they define your future. They define your destiny. Some people who are not meant to be in the UK now are in the UK simply because we don't have leaders who have made Nigeria conducive. Some people who are supposed to have bought car are still trekking simply because of inflation. So the leaders that you have, they determine your destiny, whether you like it or not. Forget about what they tell you in church and the mosque that, there's one being somewhere. Yes, I believe in God, right? But you cannot take away the place of your leaders. The leaders that you have, they are literal gods
on you.
Over you. If a leader is going south, somebody that's supposed to be a top medicine, supposed to find the culture. Somebody that's supposed to find the cure for cancer, maybe in National Hospital here, is somewhere in the UK mopping the ground. So whether you like it or not, your leaders,
or nursing older people.
Yes, or nursing other people, So your leaders determine your destiny. So everybody should be interested in this thing called politics.
Yes, be
Everybody should
interested, so that we
in
know
nation
whatever
building.
step we need
Yes.
to take at
Yes.
any time point in time. You're already pre-informed,
Yes.
so you won't take uninformed decisions.
Yes.
So I think it's very, very okay. So everyone, please find a time to study politics. Get interested in your own country, Nigeria. Get interested in Africa. Get interested in the whole world too. Like every country, every continent in the whole world. Get interested. Also get interested in other places too, because I think we are investing in mass now.
Yeah.
So please get interested in what is going on, because if you are not informed about what is going on, you'll be making uninformed decisions.
Yeah.
And funny thing is that if you are uninformed about something, so knowledge still remains power.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power. So about that, don't be a linear thinking
Yeah.
person that this is my field and that's what I will do till I die. They will sell you off.
And you won't know.
And you won't know because you are uninformed about what is going on. So it's really interesting here having Mr. Manuel here and then giving us. I'll have to rewatch this to even assimilate some kind of things you've mentioned so far. It's really, really interesting. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for having me.
It's really a pleasure. It's really a pleasure. There are still a lot of things. Like I said initially, it's so loaded that so there's still a lot of things we need to catch up with and talk about. We still hope we'll be privileged, to still have you in our studio and then talk more about quite a number of things. There's still a lot of things, even around mental health, even around young people, and it's interested in boys too. So it's interested in their growth. It's interested in young people generally. The growth, mindset rewiring, mental processes, and all of those things like that. So it's a privilege. And also, we'll be talking about relationship too another time we come. You understand? Taking steps. What are the priorities for men? Do you understand what I'm saying, right? We have a lot of adults now who have taken wrong steps in their marriage. They want to opt out, but they can't because they are bonded religiously that if you come out, do you understand?
Go to hell.
Yeah, so we are going to talk about, in fact, those are planned of the things we needed to talk about, but if you say we should continue with that one, that's another chapter entirely. So what exactly are the priorities, even as a young man, to be placed because whatever, and then you go in for it? What are the things you should think deeper in? Do you understand what I'm saying? So I think that would be a source of encouragement, a real one, to trigger actions, you understand, among young people. So it's very interesting to really have you here, sir.
Thank you.
Bye, man. Thank you so much. We really, really do appreciate it. Mr. Attitude, thank you so much. Mr. Philip, thank you for your time.